wanted to share today about the Valentine's Day collection and how I'm going to be sharing this with my customers. We have Valentine's Day coming up and I am so excited. I love this holiday. It's not like a big holiday that I personally celebrate, but I love decorating. I love having fun with my customers. I love everything about it. And I think it's because everywhere you go, you see like the hearts and you see the decor and you see the red and the pinks and all of the things. And like, it gets me so excited. I am so excited about it. So I wanted to share how I'm going to be sharing the Valentine's Day wax collection. So you could have gotten this ahead of time, but you can get it now. It is available to everyone, including our customers, of course. Pay no attention to the dogs. All right, it comes in this really cute little heart. I want to say mylar, but it's not mylar, but it's crinkly. It's a crinkly bag. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, it's super cute. I love the bag. Okay. But you get 3 scents in the Valentine's Day collection. The first one we get is Apricot Cloud. I will tell you, this one is my absolute favorite. I got it in a 3-pack of the scent pods, because I have a Scentsy Air. I also am using from the Valentine's Day collection, I'm also using, the little mini fan diffuser. So like I use pods everywhere. And so I was like, okay, I have to get enough of this. It is so flipping good. Okay, let me read you the description because y'all, you need to hear this. Okay. Apricot Cloud is sweet apricot nectar, lily of the valley, and cloud musk. Now, let me just say, Lily of the Valley, one of my favorite scents. Musk, please. I love it. So, it's hints of floral, but it also is more musky than floral, if that even makes sense. I don't know, but I love it. Let me just tell you, if you're somebody who likes the scents that I love, then apricot, whatever we're calling it, cloud is the one that you want. Okay, this one, amazing. Okay, next up we have Peppered with Kisses. Peppered with Kisses. And I do have this in pods as well because I got the whiff box. I got the whiff box last month, and so I got it in the pods. Peppered with Kisses. It's a little bit peppery, I will say. It's not like musky. Okay. So the description is hibiscus pink pepper, exotic lychee, and wild raspberry. Didn't make sense to me either. Okay, but I will tell you, it reminds me of like a pixie scent. I am really, 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 really curious to actually warm this because I want to see what it smells like warmed. I just do. I am a fragrance fanatic, and so I really think, this one is probably more, not necessarily on the fresh side. I want to say it's probably more on the fruity side of the world, but this one I'm very curious about. So I have to give it a try. And the third one in the bunch is Sweetheart Sugar Cookie. And if you guys haven't seen, come on. We've got the cutest scent circles this month in the Valentine collection. So there's 3 different, they look like conversational Valentine hearts, right? One says love. Those are the ones that say love. Then there's the xoxo. That's what I have in my car right now. And then I have cute. So cute. Love. There's the other love. There's the other cute. Okay, so I got plenty because I wanted to pass them out for Valentine's for my friends. And so, yeah. And I have one in my car and it smells flipping fantastic and I love it in the car, so it's perfect. But Sweetheart Sugar Cookie is sweet cherry, green pistachios, warm vanilla bean, and sugared musk. let me just say, this scent circle is honestly in my car right now. I love it. And I am not a huge bakery fan, but this is a bakery scent. But that just goes to show that it doesn't always have, oh my gosh, you get that hint of cherry. I can't wait to warm this too, because here's the thing. Smelling it in a circle is way different than smelling it when it's warmed. Okay, so wax versus circle versus pod, like everything is different how it's gonna warm. I really want to warm this because you get that kick of like the sweet cherry, but then you get the musk afterwards. I'm telling you. Okay, all three of these are a great, great, great combination. So what I'm going to do, because this is what I am doing in my business, so I am just simply sharing what I'm doing, okay? So I am making samples tonight and tomorrow, and I'm just using 2 different molds. Boys, I am in the middle of something, okay? Go. Can you go? Can you go? They're not going. Okay, I'm gonna make molds. So I'm gonna use my mold maker, which is basically, stop it! Which is it's a chocolate melter, right? So you can get it if you go to like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It's in like with the food section, right? Like the bakery stuff where you make the cakes and stuff like that, okay? So I have one of those. It's a double one. I actually bought mine off of Amazon, but the one I had before that I had for years, and I got it from Michael's with a 50% off coupon. You can get these things like super cheap, like close to $10. So if you want to do more of a wax melt or a sample mold, then that's how you want to do it. Otherwise, you could do it in the microwave, but honestly, I will tell you, here's the thing with the microwave. After doing this for 13 years, you can over warm it. And when you over warm it, what really happens at the end of the day when you're over warming a scent is you're just literally like warming off the scent, right? I want as much scent capture, that fragrance, in the mold or in the wax sample that I'm handing out. So I don't want to overheat it, because then that's going to release those essential oils, okay? So I really want to keep it to the bare minimum. That's why I use a wax melter or that chocolate melter to do my actual samples. Plus it's super easy because I can do it just like right here in my office. I actually use a cutting board and I put my molds on it. I warm my wax in the little double boiler thing, and then I just pour it in, and then I go pop it in the freezer. Okay, it's literally on one cutting board, and I just pop it in the freezer so it stays nice and straight and flat. And then I let it set for like 10 minutes, pull it out, pop them out, and boom, they're ready to go. Then I can just put them in little bags, throw labels on them. You can handwrite labels. You don't have to be all fancy and do like fancy labels for your printer, because here's the thing. Texas and I were sharing last week about how our journeys have evolved. And one of the things that I really talked about, because it was a huge deal for me, is I didn't have a printer for years in my business, okay, for years. And so the majority of the samples that I sent out were all handwritten. I would still buy the labels like off of Amazon, or I would go to Target or Wally World, whatever, and I would buy the address labels, and I would like cut them in half, and then I would just literally handwrite the name of the scent, stick it on the little baggie, throw it in the mail, and that's how it would go out. It doesn't have to be perfect to go out in the mail, okay? That's my overall gift to you. It does not have to be perfect to go out in the mail. If you want it to be perfect, then let it be perfect, okay? Print them out on label paper and make it all pretty and perfect and do all your things. That's fine. Make a label maker, have a label maker, do all the things, make it perfect. That's fine. Do what works for you though, okay? You don't have to have all these things to actually get them out the door. The whole point is getting the samples out the door, getting them made, and then getting them out the door, okay? We want our customers to experience the fragrance, because at the end of the day, here's the thing, they're gonna fall in love with our scent. Trust me, they're gonna fall in love with our scent. And out of these 3 fragrances, they are really gonna fall in love with at least one of them. To be completely honest, I'm in love with all 3, okay? All 3. Even though one is more on like the bakery side, again, I still like it. And that just goes to show that even somebody who does not necessarily love the scent family when it comes to scents can still love a scent. A nose is a nose is a nose, okay? All right, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going to be making these samples. These are the molds I have, and I'm just using them because they're more Valentine-ish molds, okay? Okay, I've got circles, I've got squares, do whatever you want to do. It does not matter. You can just simply, if you don't have molds, you don't have a whole thing, then just take a little butter knife. You can cut them into little pieces, put them in baggies, write labels, print labels, get them out in the mail. Again, does not matter how it is that you do it. It's just the action of doing it, okay? So I'm actually going to be making some samples because it's still cool enough. I don't know about you guys, but I think it was like 22 today here in Kansas City. I don't know. It's cold enough. I can still make samples and not worry about them melting in the mail. So I've got some fun little baby hearts in a little silicone. Again, usually I get the majority of my molds off of Amazon. I think I got this one off of Amazon. I got this one out of Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't know. Again, looking like those bakery sections. This is just little hearts, okay? They're not, I mean, they're not little compared to these little guys. But I usually put like 2 of the little ones in one bag because then it equals like 1 sample in my head. I don't know, it's weird. Because these are smaller than these. So anyway, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Okay, so that's how I'm going to be making them. I'm going to put them in bags. And then I used a template that I got from a lovely Scentsy consultant who shared this. So I am going to post this here in the group. I'm also going to, because this is going on YouTube, I'm going to attach it in the description, the Canva link. Okay, so all you have to do is go into the Canva link, whether it's on the group site, whether it's on YouTube, and all you need to do is just change your QR code to you, because this is a QR code to me. I don't want your sales. Keep your sales, okay? And then it has my name, my my website, and my phone number. Everything else can say, unless you want to busy it up, unless you want to change it, unless you don't like it, whatever. And then I just simply take my little paper cutter. Well, let's just do it together, shall we? Let's just do it together. Okay, you just put it in there and you line it up. If you don't have one of these, use scissors. I use Canva. Upload my image, fix it to the way I want it, save it, and then I go to Avery.com. I use just the regular 8.5 by 11 sheet and put 3 to a page. I think it's template 4332. I think that's just an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Okay, and then it prints 3 to a page. I take my paper cutter or scissors. Okay. And then I just cut it. So I get 3 to a page. And so now I have what we like to call these little rack cards, okay? I print mine on regular paper. You can print them on cardstock. You can do it on colored paper. Whatever floats your boat, okay? Whatever you have, whatever you're using, whatever works for your budget, do it that way, okay? That's it, okay? And then you've got your samples, because you're gonna make your samples, whether you're just cutting them with a little butter knife, whether you're cutting them with a little crinkle cutter, whether you are doing molds, whatever it is that you're doing. Put them in bags, label them. And here's what I used to do, honestly, for years. I'm going to show you both ways that I would do it, because I want you guys to just know that it's perfectly fine. It does not matter, okay? What I do now is I put them in little bags, and then I use a double-sided Scotch tape. It is not fancy here, friends. It is not fancy. Okay, I put them in a bag, and then it kind of depends. And I think on this one I'll probably do it on the back, because I really want the picture to show, right? So on the back, so I'm just gonna match the Sweetheart Sugar Cookie. So I'm gonna take that sample, and it'll be right behind it. I'm gonna take my double-sided tape, put that on there, stick my little baggie with my sample to the back of it. Boom, done, son. Another way that you can do it, stapler. That's right. I did this for years. So you just attach your baggie, staple, staple, done, son. Okay. Then you put it in an envelope and then you get it out the door. Okay. So I do this one of two ways. To the customers that I'm just handing this out, because I do have a handful that I will actually just, whether I'm at the grocery store, when I go to the bank, when I am just out and about at Target, whatever it is, right? Like I will keep usually like three to five in my purse, because I carry like a little crossbody, so I don't have like a huge purse, but I carry it in my crossbody. And then when I'm there, I do the drop and run. Because that's me. That's just how I roll. And so I don't like to get into a whole conversation with the cashiers, but I just want to share the things that I love. That's what I do. I share the things that I love. That's it. That's what I do. I don't sell. I share the things that I love. And I love Scentsy. Okay. I love fragrance. I love my house to smell good. I love all of these products. So I put them in. These are just clear. These are 5x7 envelopes. You can get smaller envelopes. Again, I got these off of Amazon. You can do whatever envelopes you want, though. It does not matter. It doesn't even honestly have to be an envelope. If you're just going to hand these out, then it doesn't even have to be an envelope. You can just hand them out as is. Boom. Fold it up. Put it in your purse or your bag. Pull it out when you're there. Hand it over. There you go. Okay? So you can do it that way. You can put it in a little envelope. And then to mail it out, I just put it in the A10 size envelopes. Those are what I call the bill envelopes, right? That's the size that bills come in. I know, but we like Happy Mail over here. So it's Happy Mail envelope style over here. And so those go out. And again, I just slide them in. So it's one stamp. One stamp. Now, depending on your stamp, if you're doing like molds, like these guys, okay? These guys can get a little thicker, okay? So just take that into consideration. If you want them thinner, so it will go with one stamp, I recommend, this is just my personal recommendation, I recommend using a butter knife or a little crinkle cutter and just cutting off little slivers, putting them in the bags and handing them out. Or what you can do, hold that thought, because what you can also do, it's over here, and it's over here, because you can also do felt samples, friends. You guys have heard of felt samples? I get mine off of Amazon. I get these little circles. They are 1 inch pieces of felt, all right? So all I do is to do these, you can do them in the little chocolate melter, or you can just do it in a regular warmer. That's right. A regular old warmer. Okay. All right. So the warmer that I have on my desk is like, I think this is prismatic, but here's the dish, right? So like I would start melting this, let it melt down. And then I just toss in pieces of felt. You could pull it out with your fingers because it doesn't burn you, but I don't like to get it all up in my nails. So I tend to use them because I work in a surgery center. I use hemostats. But you can use tweezers, you can use whatever. And then I just pull them out. I let them sit on some wax paper just so they cool. And then I just throw them in, again, the little baggie with the little label out in the mail. And so those definitely go with just one stamp, okay? Another really fun way to do samples too, I learned this from my friend Amber. This is the OPI. These are actually, I almost dropped this whole thing. That would have been really fun to clean up. Let me just say that. And I wouldn't have done it tonight. I would have just shut the office door and been like, yeah, that's a problem for tomorrow, Jacqui, not a today, Jacqui. All right, so these are called Expert Touch, OPI. These are lint-free nail wipes. Okay, you can find these on Amazon. I want to say $10 or $12. Around that. I will tell you, I have had this box. It has what, like 475. And they come in this size. Okay? Okay. What I do is I cut them in half with scissors. Just cut them in half. Again, dip them in the warmer. That's my felt. Okay? So 475 times 2. That's how many. You can even do it by 4s. So you can have little squares. Okay? You can have little squares too. 475 times 4. And that's how many samples you would be able to get out of one box. So it is very much well worth your money to do felt samples. And again, you put them in the little baggies. You attach them to your little Canva template, whether it's paper, whether it's cardstock, whatever. Throw them in an envelope, and you're going to get these guys out for one stamp. Or just start passing them out where literally everywhere you go. And if you need to do the drop and run like I do the drop and run. Okay? Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to be like, ew, I'm not getting that now because she just dropped it off and ran away. They're still going to be interested, okay? Because this stuff smells good. We share the things that we love. We share the things that smell good, okay? That's our job. That's our job. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So over the course of tonight and tomorrow, because tonight I've got to start cooking dinner. It's after 5. I need to start cooking dinner. So tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make my samples. I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do some that are the molds, and I'm going to do some that are the felt samples. And I'm just going to get these guys at the door simply because I need them out the door. Okay? I don't know about you, but I need my January sales. And these 3 scents are absolutely a perfect way to be able to do that, okay? Now, you can do a couple of different things when you do this, because here's the thing when you send out samples. I don't want you just to, you know how we talk about posting and praying? I also like to incorporate the sending samples and praying method, okay? Because that's what I did for years. I would just send samples and pray. Please let the people order from me, okay? We need to do follow-up on the samples that we're sending out. So whatever it is, whatever way it is that you decide to track your samples of who you mailed them out to, who you handed them to, who you have contact information for. Maybe it's the teller at the bank. You don't know her name. You don't have her phone number. That's fine. But next time you go to the bank, you're going to ask, okay? You're going to actually vocalize it. But for the people that you do have contact info for, that you're either going to mail out or whatever, then you're going to follow up and you're going to say, hey, it's Jacqui here. It's that Scentsy girl. So I just want to know which one. I know I gave you samples of the 3 scents in our Valentine's Day collection. Which one was your favorite? And you need to follow up because why? For one, we know, right? We know because they come in different products, right? Okay. So if they really love Apricot Cloud, then we want them to know it also comes in pods. If they love Sweetheart Sugar Cookie, we want them to know, hey, you can also get it in a scent circle, and it's really flipping cute this month too. Okay? We want them to know this, so we have to follow up on our samples. So it is not just a sample and pray situation. We're going to actually do some follow-up, okay? So whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's using your Connect app, whether it's using a pen and paper, your iPad, I don't know. Maybe you write it on the dry erase board. I don't know. But I want you to just keep track of who you're giving these things to and then follow up with them. Again, like I said, if it's somebody that you're just dropping and running, okay, that's fine too. No judgment here, okay, because I did the same thing, okay? But you can guarantee when I go to the bank next week, what am I going to do? I'm going to be like, hey, you remember those samples that I dropped? So I have to ask because I just need to know. Which one was your favorite one out of those? Because mine was Apricot Cloud, right? Like I'm going to start a conversation based upon what I love, right? Okay, we're not going to jump into, do you want to join my team? Do you want to place an order? Oh my gosh, do you want to have a party? No, I'm not going to jump into that, right? Especially with somebody who's a casual acquaintance, or somebody who I really don't know, right? Like the teller at the bank. I don't even know her name. I don't even know her name, but she's super sweet. And we talk every single time I go into the bank. And we have conversations, and it's a whole thing, right? Like we share little stories. It's so cute. Okay. But she's somebody who I don't have her number. I don't even know her name. But when I go back in and we're talking, I'm going to ask her. And I'm just going to start a conversation that way. And whatever organically happens is what organically happens, okay? Maybe it goes absolutely nowhere. Maybe she's like, yeah, it's not my thing. Fragrance gives me migraines. I don't like it. Okay, fine, cool. I totally get it. I understand. I know people who have the same issue. Totally, I get it. My thing is with cinnamon. Like, I can't do too much cinnamon. It gives me a migraine. It's a whole thing. So, no, I totally get it. I get it. But, you know, if you know somebody who loves fragrance or loves stuff like that, let me know. Because next time I come in, let me know. I'll be more than I've got plenty of samples to give out. So, I'm more than happy to give you some more samples. And you can just hand them out to other people. That's quite literally the conversation that I will have. Okay? So you can do it without feeling imposing, without feeling like you're selling, without feeling like you're asking for a sale or asking for a host or asking somebody to join your team. You can do it in an organic, conversational manner and be successful. Because let me tell you, the best customers that I have are people who have heard about me from word of mouth. They are people who, I almost just tripped over Nacho. Oh my gosh. That would have been the most embarrassing thing. Hello, sir. How are you? Okay. So the most fun customers that I have, the most customers who are like the most loyal are the customers who I didn't necessarily know one-to-one. It was somebody who was like, hey, I have this person who does Scentsy, or I know how much you love candles. This chick gives me samples all the time. I'm just going to give them to you because I don't like them, or that's not my thing, or I don't like fragrance. I don't like my house to smell good, whatever it is, right? And they pass it on, and then that person ends up becoming a VIP customer for me. Those are a good portion of the customers that I have. They aren't necessarily customers that I've had that actual one-to-one conversation with. Word of mouth goes so much farther than even a personal connection goes a long way. But I will tell you, a word of mouth referral goes light years, okay? So if you want to move light years in getting customers under your belt, if you want to move light years in having conversations, then that's how you need to be speaking, and that's how you need to be talking to people, okay? Even if they tell you, yeah, I didn't like it, yeah, I like none of them, those Valentine's Day scents sucked. I hated them. So not that I've ever had somebody be like, don't give me any more samples. But if somebody were to say that, that would be my next thing. Would be like, no problem. I totally understand. Trust me. I won't give you any more. But do you know anybody who might like it? Because I'll give them to you and then you can give them to them. That's how I roll. Okay? That's how I build a customer base. And that's how I'm able to get customers who are VIP, they're returning customers, they're repeat customers, because I continuously make sure that not only are they smelling the newer scents that are coming out, right, with the Valentine's Day collection. Scent of the month and warmer of the month just ran today, so don't think for a hot second that Jacqui isn't going to be doing samples of scent of the month, because I will. All right. I want my customers to know that when new scents come out, they're going to get samples from me. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a felt sample. It doesn't matter if it's a wax sample. It doesn't matter if it's a piece that I chipped off with a little butter knife and threw it in a bag. It does not matter. Perfection is not necessary in what we're doing. Okay? We sell things that smell good. They don't necessarily have to look pretty. We're not selling shirts. We're not selling carpet. We're not selling the things that are like, oh, you can't change this once you get it. We're selling things that literally just have a fragrance, and then they get to decide. Do they want it in a wax? Do they want it in a scent circle? Do they want it in a pod? Do they want it in a Scentsy Fresh? Do they want it in the laundry line? What do they want it in? Because we've got all of that covered. We cover all of those bases. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. If this has been helpful for you guys, let me know. How can I best help you to not only build your customer base, but to share with you what I'm doing in my business? What are the things that could help you? Give me the feedback. I need to know. I want to know, because I want to be able to help you better. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this has helped you. And if it has helped you and you are a Scentsy consultant, especially if you're seeing this like on YouTube or whatever, then please share it with a friend, because I want to know and I want to hear that feedback. What are you guys thinking? What is helping you the most right now in your business? What are you struggling with? Because I want to help you to be able to overcome those obstacles. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.